Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this tutorial, I will show you how to send a mail to a Gmail account in Python using Django web framework. See, here we got a message. The mail has been sent successfully. Let's check in our Gmail. And here we got our email has been received successfully. It's showing me because the from and to address both are same. That's why it's showing me. And hello, this is test mail. Let's open that one, which is our subject, and this is our message, test email sending from Django Python. That's it. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. Before writing a coding part in Python, to send an email, first we'll create a new folder in D drive. Let's select the new, right click the mouse, click new, click folder. And the folder name is an email. Let's browse this email folder. Right now this folder is empty. This email folder is empty. Now let's create a new project. I'm using Visual Studio Code to write the Python programming. Let's first add the folder, open file, then click open folder. The folder we have created is the email is here. Select folder, and here our email folder is added in this Explorer. And at the right side we got the welcome page. Let's close this welcome page, and if you notice, this email folder is totally empty right now. Now let's create a new project in Django. Go to view, select terminal. Now here we got the command prompt. You notice the path name is the email and the D drive. To create the project, Django -admin start project, and the project name is send email is my project name. Enter. And notice the send email project has been created successfully in this email folder. Let's check in our folder also. See, we got the send email folder. Now let's expand the send email, the project name, application name. Now in this folder, in this project we have the subfolder called send email and one Python file which is a manage. Let's open the send email. See, here we got some Python files are added automatically when we have created this send email project. So once we create the project, the next step, let's add a template folder. Right click the project name, click new folder, templates. The templates folder, now in this templates folder we'll add our HTML folder, HTML pages. Right click the templates folder, click new file, and the file name is index.html. And here we got our index.html page. Let's close this one. Now let's add the HTML code in this HTML page. Doc type. I'm closing the HTML tag. Now inside this HTML, I'm adding the header section. Let's add the title inside this header section. Send email to Gmail. Then after the header, we will add the body tags. Inside the body, I'm adding the h1 header. How to send a mail to Gmail Python Django web tutorials. After H1 and H2 header tags, I am adding the horizontal line. After the horizontal line, I am adding the simple body tag. The mail has been sent. The mail has been sent successfully. That's it. Let's save this HTML file. Save all. Now the next step, we'll add the views page in the subfolder of the project, which is a send email. Right click that, click new file, and the page name is a views.py. Enter. And here we've got the views.py. Now before adding the code in this views page, first we'll configure our SMTP configuration in settings.py page. Let's open that one. Now in the settings.py, first we need to install our application. So our application name is a send mail. So let's add that one, send email. After adding our project name in this install_app, next on the templates, we need to add the base directory to render our index.html pages. So os.path path.join method. In this join method, the join method takes two parameters. One is a base directory, base_directory, comma, and between double quotes I am adding this templates folder. So let's add that one, templates folder. Then the last step, we need to configure our Gmail SMTP configuration. At the end of the settings.py, we'll add the email backend. Email_backend is equals to, between single quotes, Django.code.mail.smtp.email backend. After that, we'll set up our SMTP email underscore the host is equals to smtp.gmail.com. Then the next configuration, email underscore use underscore tls is equals to true. Now we'll add our port number, Gmail port number, email underscore port is equals to 587. Now the last two steps, we'll add our Gmail host user ID and password. Email underscore host underscore user is equals to, here I am adding my Gmail account. The email ID is alanrupi.in@gmail.com and the password email underscore host underscore password is equals to, between single quotes, and in the password you need to add your Gmail password, and in the user you need to add your Gmail email ID. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Now in the views.py, now in the views page, first let's import the class, render class from django.db import render. The next class I'm importing send underscore email, and the next importing the class name from django.code.mail import. The class I'm adding send underscore mail. After that, the next class I'm importing from Django.config conf import. I'm adding the settings class. And the last one, I want to display the message on this index.html, so we use from Django.contrib import messages. So after importing the classes, let's define the function in this views page. Def email sending is the function name. I'm adding colon. Now in this function, first variable I'm declaring the subject is equals to between single quotes, hello, this is test mail. Test mail is the subject of my email. Then the message is equals to test email sending from Django Python. This is the message I want to send to the email ID. And the next variable I'm adding, I'm sending this message from this rnrupi.in@gmail.com. So let's add that one. And the views page, the send from is equals to the single quotes. I'm adding the settings from the settings class, settings dot. We have to add this email host underscore user. Copy this one and paste here. After from address, next we have to add the to address. To address is equals to between square brackets. Here the to address. For this example, I'm using the from and to address, both are the same email ID. So between single quotes, I'm adding rnrupi.in@gmail.com, comma. If you want to add more address, you can add here. Then let's add this send mail method, send underscore l method. Now this send mail method takes the parameter subject, message, from and to. So let's add these ones: subject, message, from address, and to address. Once the mail has been sent successfully, I want to display redirect to this index.html and display this message. So in the views page, this function return a render method request, comma, between single quotes, I'm adding our HTML page, which is the index.html, this page. Now the final step, we need to configure the URL. So in the subfolder send email, there is a urls.py. Open that one. In this urls.py, notice the URL pattern, which is a default one. Let's commenting with my hash path between single quotes views dot. The views page we need to import from dot import views. Then in the views page, we need to add our function name email sending. Let's copy this one and paste here. That's it. We have done the complete coding part. Let's save this file also. Save all. Now let's run the server. Python. Now before that, if you notice, the send email, the project is inside the email folder. So let's add change directory send email, our project name. Then let's add the server manage.py, run server, enter. Oops, here we got some error here. I cannot import name render. Oops, here we got friends here. It's not DB, this is shortcuts. Sorry for that. Let's save this file, save all. And here see the message system checker identified no issues, and this is our server. Now before run this server, let's check the Gmail account. Let's log in with my email ID. The email ID I have given aaronrupi@gmail.com. Click next, and the password. After I log in successfully, now let's send an email to this Gmail account aaronrupi.in@gmail.com. Switch to the coding part. Now let's run the server. Control plus click. See here we got an error, the SMT authentication error, the username and password not accepted. Actually, we have done the correct coding part. The problem is we need to the privacy setting in our Gmail account. Manage your Google account. Click that one. Now in the account, notice there is a security option here. Select that one. Now come to the bottom and notice there is a less secure app access here. Turn on access. Click that one and make this on. So now we have set allow less secure apps on. After that, now let's refresh the browser. See here we got a message, the mail has been sent successfully. Let's check in our Gmail. And here we got our email has been received successfully. It's showing me because the from and to address both are same. That's why it's showing me. And hello, this is test mail. Let's open that one, which is our subject, and this is our message, test email sending from Django Python. That's it. In my next video, I will show you how to create a contact form in Django.